Guys, this is Lala Legacy and welcome back to another episode of Symphonic Rain. So let's jump right back in. I wasn't sure how Forney felt about Torta exactly, but it was clear she liked her. She seemed to feel the same about Ari, who's come up in our conversations about just as often. I proceeded to tell Forney about the rest of my day like I always did. Today was kind of fruitless. After having sat through the whole story, Forney didn't seem bored but actually rather happy. And while she may have always told me so, it looked like she really enjoyed hearing stories out of the outside world. I guess. Anyway, I'm going to make dinner. What will you have today? Let's see what there is. I cooked myself a simple meal, and the day soon ended. Entranced by the sound of the rain pattering against the window, I fell into slumber. Okay, December 4th. A long 5 days have come to an end. I'd spent my free Saturday in leisure, and today I was just idly killing time as well. The usual life. Well then, it was slightly past 6 o'clock. The letter from Ari would arrive soon. Should be here soon, huh? Forney affirmed, noticing me talking to myself. I'll go check. Okay, see you later. The mailbox was pretty close. In fact, it was located right outside my door. Even so, Forney always saw me off like that. I never showed her the letters from Ari. She badgered me about it at first, but she got off my case when I told her I was too embarrassed to show her. Well, the only reason the letters were on her mind in the first place was because we always performed our ensembles afterwards. As expected, the letter had already arrived. I retrieved it from the mailbox and returned to my room. I still had a letter to read and a reply to write, but I could tell from her relentlessly fluttering wings that Forney's mind was already on the ensemble. She really was quite simple-minded. Ignoring her, I carefully removed the seal from the envelope and took the letter out. As usual, there was only one sheet of paper inside. Dear Chris, is it still raining over there? As it happens, it was raining here a short while back as well. I kind of like rainy days because they allow me to feel the same as you do. Anyway, sorry for the abrupt change of topic, but Torta seemed quite worried about your partner issue. She wrote me that you didn't seem particularly motivated to search, but then I suppose that is just like you. You had a penchant for saying, "I'll do it later," with an annoyed look on your face ever since you were small after all. Torta complained to me that while your manner of speech has changed, you haven't changed at all on the inside. But don't worry, I know that you are always serious about the things you truly like. Then again, when I stop and think about it, hold on, I am going to plug in a mouse because I forgot about this. That it sometimes doesn't show everything. And then I have to try to scroll, which without a mouse, I can't do that. Alright, let's see. When I think about it, I can't think of anything else anything else you like besides music, which might be the problem in itself. But I digress. In any case, wouldn't you agree it would be best to take your search a bit more seriously? Or could it be that by the time this letter arrives, you will have already found a nice person to practice together with? If so, I'm sorry. I will apologize beforehand. If I don't, I can already imagine your pouting face saying, "I'm working on it," like you always used to. In case you are unable to find anyone, is Torta not a good alternative? I am an amateur, so I don't really know, But she has been with you since we were small, so I thought you two might match up pretty well. Don't get me wrong, though. In the end, it is up to you to decide. I just felt like meddling a little bit. Forgive me for that. Bye then, until the next letter. Arietta. I looked away from the letter and became absorbed in thought for a while. It was hard to deny that partnering with Torta was the best course of action, but I couldn't help but feel apprehensive about that. If there really was no one else, I'd probably have to, but that was not the case. I was invited by Falsita for one, something I would have never expected to happen. Also, there was that girl Lise who caught my attention. If I told Torta this, she'd probably reprimand me for being so indecisive. Still, I felt I had to keep some distance from her. Besides, this wasn't something to decide on the spot anyway. I needed a little more time. Was it really such a bad idea to wait a few more days before tackling this issue? There wasn't much time left. Even so, it was still more than a month. What a bother. I knew it was going to keep coming back to haunt me, but that was the only way I could think of it right now. Hey! Did you write your reply yet? Does it look like I have? It doesn't! That's why I'm asking! Then why don't you tell me to hurry up and write it? Hurry up and write it! Despite having asked her to tell me that myself, I still felt a bit frustrated. I merely intended to correct her. But I wouldn't get through to Forney even if I explained that to her. Okay, I answered nonchalantly, then began preparations to write a reply. I would just talk about something random, and write around the whole partnering with Torta thing. I figured she'd just repeat the same thing in her next letter, but I could think about it again when that time came. I just wanted to put it off a little for now. Hey, are you done yet? I'm finishing it up now. The letter comprised only one sheet of paper, about the same length as Ari's. I put the letter from Ari in the drawer, wondering if she had accumulated about the same amount of paper by now. I then inserted the letter I just wrote into an empty envelope. Seeing that, Forney quickly began doing vocal exercises. I felt tempted to tease her for putting on such an ostentatious display. But I passed on that, figuring Forney might get angry, especially after I'd already made her wait. Then let's begin. Okay. And so, my usual ensemble with the fairy began, and the day came to an end. December 5th. As usual, I was awoken by Forney's voice, and as usual, I prepared for school. Changes had gradually begun to creep in my daily life, which until last week had still been normal. I might come home a bit later from today onward. Didn't you say so last week as well? Well, yeah, because last week I went around looking for a partner. I'm just saying it might get even later this week. Why? Come on now. Did you really think I was done after I found someone? I still have to practice, so I'll obviously get home later. Oh, right. You're quick to agree. I was already prepared for the many complaints like, "You're late," and "Chris, you idiot." Is that supposed to be an impression of me? Pretty much. I'll get you later, you know. Okay, I'm sorry. Very well then. I guess you'll be late on weekdays, but be sure to take it easy on Sundays. Why? Knowing you, you'll be like, "I'm so tired and I can't go on anymore," and we might end up not being able to perform our ensemble. Is that supposed to be an impression of me? Don't tell me you'll get it later, or you'll get me later. I take it you understand then. Anyway, I can't rule out the possibility, but I'll try to keep Sundays free. Glad we cleared that up. I wasn't planning on practicing on a free day anyway, though. Well, I doubt you were planning on practicing on a free day anyway. That's not true. Oh, really? Yes, really. I lied, but anyone would get offended with something like that said straight to their face. I thought I'd brush away the topic for now. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, I think I might get home late, so don't worry about me. Okay. Although it didn't happen often, Forney was quick to understand sometimes. Whenever I got irritated or refused to yield no matter what, she'd pull back like she did just now. Outside of that, she was often selfish and would say things that drove me up the wall, so I couldn't praise her too much either. Well then, I'm off. Taking a deep breath of the damp morning air, I ran off into the rain. The letter to Ari was in my bag, safe from the rain. I swiftly crossed the short distance to the mailbox, then inserted the letter while shielding it with my body. My letter would reach Ari, and afterward, hers would reach me. At least this was a cycle that remained constant. Morning. Good morning. As I was warming up my fingers, Miss Cordell entered the lesson room a few moments after me. I understand you were busy last week. Did your effort bear any fruit? How did you find out about that? Because I'm your tutor. I know about the things that I need to know about. That doesn't seem to answer my question. Because I don't feel like answering. So how'd it go? She must have heard from Asino or something. Well, I don't think it was all that fruitless. Did you find anyone besides Tortanita? Yes, more or less. Oh boy, I'm asking for specific names. I'm getting tired of your indecisiveness. Do you know of a student named Falsita Fawcett? Yes, I do. Though nothing is set in stone yet, we agreed to play together sometime. I see, so what do you intend to do? I don't know yet, of course. I will after I've played with her once, this week or so. The name I gave should have come pretty unexpected, but Miss Cordell didn't seem surprised at all. But then, I'd never seen Miss Cordell phased before, so if she ever was, it'd be pretty unsettling. Besides that, there was Lise. But that was just too uncertain a lead, so I thought I'd not bring it up. Okay then, a job well done for someone like you. I feel a little awkward at being complimented just for getting one extra candidate. Did it sound like I was complimenting you? It didn't. Very well. Let's begin practicing. Are you ready? Anytime. Let's hear it from the start. Oh boy, here we go. Or not. Okay. Although I didn't have much appetite, I went and finished my lunch. And just as I was wondering what was keeping her, Torta appeared and seated herself next to me. Good morning! Good morning. So, how'd you do last week? Miss Cordell asked me the same thing today and last week. Goes to show how much she's worried about you. You should feel flattered. Thanks for the positive input. Well, I guess the gist of it is that I now have one more candidate. So you found someone. Nothing, never mind. So who is it? Someone I know? Don't know if you know her, but her name is Falsita. Of course I know her. In fact, I doubt there are many who don't. She's the former student council president. She really was that famous, huh? And? Are you going to practice together? I guess. When? She said Tuesday or Thursday. Why do you ask? What about the rest of the week? She said she had things to do on other days. Hey, Torta? Why was she asking these questions? As I was about to inquire, Torta cast her gaze downward as if in thought for a moment, then faced me again. Hey, in that case, you're not practicing with her every day, right? Yeah, I guess so. I still might go practicing on my own, though.
However, for me, that was generally a rare occurrence. Then, how about practicing with me, like your graduation piece? Well, you see, Ari asked me to take care of you, but then I'm busy with my own piece as well, so it's not like I have that much time, to spare. I see, so she wrote you about it as well. So that means she wrote you about it as well. Yeah, she said she felt she was meddling. So, what's your answer? I suppose it wouldn't hurt. Then how about practicing today? Today, huh? Don't practice. Nah, I'll pass for today. You sure? Not that I mind. Sorry. No need to apologize. Well, if you get some free time, let me know. I'm available on days besides Tuesdays and Thursdays, so just ask me during lunch. Yeah, okay, thanks. And I'm sorry. I understood her intentions, but I hadn't quite sorted out my feelings yet. I wondered if I'd been able to refuse her more easily without Ari's encouragement. She told me not to think about her, but to put priority on what I wanted to do. Even so, the reason I was confused right now was because of what she wrote. Perhaps Ari would feel more at ease if I partnered with Torta, a person she knew well, rather than a complete stranger. See you later! I'm going to practice now. Okay. It didn't show in her behavior, and I was probably the only one who could tell, but there was a hint of sadness in her voice as she left the cafeteria. Perhaps I had to consider the matter a little bit more optimistically than I was doing. It was too late now, though. So I thought I'd just invite her to practice next time. Well then, what shall I do now? We gotta go to the practice room. I decided not to meet anyone today and simply practice on my own. So that when I did meet someone, I could put on an even better performance. That was sort of my reasoning. I should decide first whether to play some piece from start to finish, or to just practice tidbits here and there. You know what? Let's do it. Which piece should I practice? Forney's piece. Oh boy. Haven't done this in a while. Ah! I'm messing up. Ah! There we go. Whoops. Shit. Fuck. Ah. I am messing up. Fuck. It doesn't help that I'm laying down either, because I can't be at my regular workstation just yet. Crap, that sucked. But no. We are not continuing. That was awful. Whew. Who is right? But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.